You talked about the Code of Hammurabi in one of your episodes, didn't you?
Mm, I, I don't know if I did in this one or if it was in my streams before when I did my narrations. It was in one or the other, but I know that we covered the Canaanites, and then before that the Phoenicians, and like a lot of the stuff from the Phoenicians and the Canaanites, because they're both intermingled, kind of dove into most of the Sumerians and the Akkadians. But like right here, what you're talking about, that kind of opens up a lot of stuff because now I I didn't realize until just now that it was the freaking the Amorites who were the ones that founded Babylon
Yep, yep. I
until
thought they were. And so Hammurabi was reigned from 1792 to 1750 BC. Uh, when did the
oh yeah, okay, in the 16th century BC, the Amorite era ended in Mesopotamia with the decline and the fall of Babylon and other Amorite ruled cities. The
uh,
Kassites occupied. Okay, so
this is
see,
after Hammurabi.
yeah, I knew the Kassites. I knew all about them, but I didn't know the Amorites were the ones who ruled Babylon.
Yep, they were, and it looks like Hammurabi is one of them. You could he was one of the great emperors that started the Babylon.
Right down there where it says, "Who were the Amorites destroyed by?" That right there will answer our question. Right, it's one, two, three, four, fourth one right there.
Okay.
The biblical Amorites are known to be the enemies of Israel.
Of Israel.
The five kings of the Amorites are
Yeah,
mentioned as having been destroyed in the Battle of
and
Joshua.
and this is what I just went through at the last
Right.
flight. Yeah, they were five kings that were destroyed. I thought that was the last last side of them.
That,
Uh,
that's pretty
when
interesting.
were they? When were they destroyed? I mean,
That would explain too a lot of the bad blood between the Jewish and the Babylonians as well. Why they were brought into captivity, because if they were battling against each other for that long amount of time, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I guess so. Yeah.
They did not get along at all.
Yeah.
And see, like from what I've heard, is one of the Jewish kings uh, sent an offensive message to the Babylonians, and when he read it, that's what prompted him into attacking Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's there's that source in the Bible where it said where all the five Babylonian kings or the Amorite kings were conspiring together to go after the Israelites.
let's see.
Yeah.
My favorite though is Amos. Like whenever you read about Amos and his
Mm,
warnings to the Israelites, you know,
mm,
before it happened, uh,
mm.
I think that's pretty profound.
Uh, yeah, where I think I briefly mentioned Amos, the first slide. Which verse are you thinking about?
Oh,
Amos.
Amos from the Bible. Like, there's tons of Amoses. Bible Amos.
Uh,
Just type in Amos. It'll give you Uh, no, it says Amos 29:11. Go up right there. Let me read that first one up above.
No, this is 2, Amos 2, 9 to 11.
That's the.
No, this was, must have been after that, whatever warning you were thinking of. This is there where they say they have destroyed, God told Amos that he had destroyed the empire.
Okay. No, the one that I was talking about was where he was talking about the Israelites using or creating what are they called? Where you do sacrifices outside.
The book of Amos, yeah, just sacrifice.
Sacrificing to
For
altars.
Passover, right?
They were using altars to sacrifice to Canaanite
Like,
gods.
Child sacrifice. Yeah?
I don't know for sure if it was mentioning that. It was the altars they were using. He called them false idols and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, Moloch. So,
Wait, hold up.
the Canaanite did child sacrifice.
No.
They abort their babies. That's what.
Hold up right here where it says 525. That's
It's here. No. It's just
okay. Yeah,
sacrificing
that's
of lamb and goat.
yeah. What it was is he was talking about the sins of the Israelites, and he said that
Or
because
they were warning the Israelites about the sins of the Canaanites.
no, it's like they were
Yeah.
actually like participating in it, and he straying away from God, and he said that because of that, eventually they would be conquered by. At the time, he didn't mention Babylon, but he said that they would be conquered by an enemy, and they would be held in captivity away from Israel for. He even said it 40 years. Yeah, there you go. Amos warned the Israelites that they would be destroyed if they did not repent. He prophesied that because the Israelites had rejected the Lord's prophets, and the Lord would remove the prophets from among them. Amos, yeah, that right
Sorry,
there.
Amos 1. Amos chapter 1.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that would be it.
Huh?
Oh, you lost your internet. Didn't even catch that. I said, oops, you lost your internet.
No, it came back up as quickly as you said it.
Usually it's like does it to me too, where it does a little hiccup.
The words of Amos, one of the shepherds of Tekoa, vision saw concerning Israel 2 years before the earthquake when Uzziah, the king of Judah, son of Jehoash, was
Jeroboam. Yep.
he said, "The Lord roars from Zion and thunders from Jerusalem. Pastures of the shepherds dry up, and top wither.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's one of my favorite readings out of there. Everybody thinks I'm pretty harsh when I
Just
mention it.
judgment on Israel's neighbors. This is what the Lord said.
Hmm.
For 3 sins of Damascus, even for 4 I will not relent, because she threshed Gilead with slashes of having iron teeth. I will send fire on the house of Hazael that will consume the fortresses of Ben-Hadad, to break down the gates of Damascus, destroy the king who is in the valley of Aven, and the one who holds the scepter in Ben-Eden. People of Aram go into exile to Pur. For 3 sins of Gaza, even 4 I will not relent. She took captives whole communities and sold them to Edom. Send fires on the walls of Gaza that consumed her fortresses, destroy the king of Ashdod, and the one who holds the scepter of Ashkelon. I will turn my hand against Ekron till the last of the Philistines are dead. For 3 sins of Tyre. So through Amos, God is pronouncing judgment on all these sinful nations. Yeah. For the sins of Ammon. I wonder if these Ammonites, right?
Yeah.
The inhabitants of Ammon, they are different from the Amorites, right? They're the Ammonites are not the same as the Amorites.
Well, it says the walls of Rabbah, and that was what you were just reading right there. The walls of Rabbah. Right there, I will set fire to the walls of Rabbah.
Right. That will consume them for King go to exile. Okay. Where are the Amorites mentioned it?
That's probably what they are. The Ammon.
Ammon.
The Ammon. Yeah. Because that's what I was saying. Like what with your presentation, you were just talking about the wall or Rabbah. It was one of the words that popped up. So
The walls of Rabbah.
Fires to the walls. I will set fire to the walls of Rabbah that will consume her fortresses.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
The sins of Moab, sins of Judah, sins of Israel.
Yeah. Amos was in a very
In a bad mood.